We made it, and I didn't get strip searched like they usually do. Poor guy. Made it here in Saint Lucia again. And shit. Stopped off for a little bit of non-keto looking food. Yeah. We're filming and shit. Kite surfing. Interesting. It's gonna be a good day. Good day and shit. Although this restaurant doesn't look keto. Not even close. So might be feeling keto on the first day.
Sorry. Hello.
Happy birthday,
It's a wrap. But they have that here. It's a soy and veggie dough wrap.
Well, I just got done eating quite possibly the worst burgers I've ever eaten in my life with no bun. But it was cheap. Exchange rate's pretty good. So still can't get over the fact that I'm here again. It was a long night, or a long travel so far. You know, I've been up since 3:30 this morning, but I did take a nap on the plane. And now we're getting ready to head to a grocery store to stock up our room for whatever we need. So I'm gonna try and get some keto friendly shit as much as I can, but like I said before, I'm probably not gonna remain fully keto. Probably gonna have some fruit and stuff because there's just not enough healthy fats here available for me to. There's shit on the ground. Shit and shit. Not enough healthy fats for me to maintain my diet right now, so gotta do what I gotta do. It's not like I do this all the time. Usually my cheat days are one little meal every now and then, somewhere within a 3 to 4 week period and shit. So I'm definitely gonna enjoy this shit. What's up, piece of shit?
What's going on, fucker?
Just
you
vlogging
doing?
and shit.
I know. I saw you up here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not as
God.
pretty as where we're going,
No, definitely not. But still quite amazing.
but still definitely prettier than New York. I am curious what kite surfing is. Probably costs a
Yeah,
lot of money. We gotta go.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Not finding any good cheese. The eggs. I'm gonna be fasting a lot when I'm not eating provided food. Keto's just not gonna happen. Yeah, that's my keto.
Oh, you are grabbing eggs?
The only non-keto thing I got was the bananas.
Do they have bread though, you think? Or, I mean, pans? Did we have pans last time?
We did, and where you just go upstairs to the.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I brought bacon too.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, he's trying to stay keto too, but I already know I'm not going to be able to.
I got Syracuse half the weekend to get back.
The sounds of paradise. So I'm here in Saint Lucia, finally. Making my way down to do the first photo shoot of the trip. Maybe a little bit of video action. Didn't bring my stabilizer for this one, but I will tomorrow. So yeah, the food situation so far is shit. I bought some eggs and bacon to fill in some gaps here and there. But I'm not gonna be keto. I had a banana already. So, but I am gonna avoid grain still. No bread, no cake, no cookies, no baked goods, none of that shit. As much as possible anyway. Oh, fuck. It's like these little plant thingies on my ass. It feels good to be back out here. It's like we never left. Let's see the goats though. Looks like they haven't been here in a while. We might not have goats this time. Oh, shit. Yeah, one of the things I noticed as we went through the supermarket is it reiterated the fact that not everywhere is as fortunate as we are when it comes to grocery stores and food environments. I think we often take for granted. The fuck was that? I don't see what the hell made that noise. Yeah, we often take for granted that we got Wegmans and Walmarts and all kinds of places to buy organic food, and especially as carnivore types. But not so much here. It's kind of a food desert. Noticed a lot of poverty on the way in, you know. So, and I also noticed declining health also because of the kind of foods that they're living off of. It's lots of processed foods out there. It's not what they'll be feeding us here. As I recall, the last time we had a lot of fresh food from the restaurant. But out there, it's a different story. This is tourist land. This is like an island within the island. Doesn't get much better than that, huh? Don't take for granted the fact that you can eat healthy, because not everybody can and shit. So now, off to do some work before I start the vacation-y part. Day 2 and shit. So today is going to be a bit more laid back for me, and I get to do some filming. On my way to film the morning yoga class right now. It is good to be back though. I didn't really get to relax too much because it was bam, 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 you know, one thing after another when we got back. So today I haven't figured out quite what I want to do yet. I think we're going to talk about what everyone else is doing at breakfast. Maybe I'll tag along with somebody else's deal. But it feels great to be here. I slept like a baby even though I don't have air conditioning. I had a fan blowing on me though, which I almost didn't have. I had to kind of whine a little bit to get that. So it is good to be here. I might hike down to the beach that's near here, explore a little bit later, even though it's a bitch of a hike. So it is still great waking up to that every morning. Everybody should have something like that to wake up to every morning. It would make life so much fucking better for everybody. There'd be no more hate, and there'd be peace in the world and shit, and goodwill toward men and whatever, something. Okay, maybe it's an overreach. I think motherfuckers still got killed in front of that thing. Goats and shit. They're back. I didn't think they were here. Hey goats. I'm a little far away. That goat looks like he's, or she, might fuck my world up if I get too close. Bah. The majestic goats of happiness. Everybody's so focused on eating and shit. Like, even the fucking goats are always about eating. Nobody heard about fasting here. Seeing goats out here just, I don't know, it makes me happy. And apparently a fucking cow too. That was a fucking cow. There's goats and cows and shit. Making all kinds of cow noises. Sorry, I didn't mean to eat all your friends. Oh, they're there. So, cows just reminded me what I was going to talk about in this particular Saint Lucia video, and that is the focus on food. And basically, the entire first day was food focused. And some of you are going to struggle with keto and dieting in general because of this. Because, like, literally, breakfast, you know, lunch, dinner, it's people are just so want to eat all the time. And if you're a experienced intermittent faster, you know it's excessive. You know, Chris didn't even eat his eggs this morning. I made breakfast my big meal because that's where I'm going to get all my shit, and dinner I'll just pick at, you know, because I can have eggs, bacon, and sausage for breakfast, and not enough to feed these massive fucking workouts I have to do here, but you know, enough to where it'll fuel me for the most part without breaking the diet too bad. I am doing fruit while I'm here, so I'm enjoying that a little bit. It's like a cheat day-ish type every day. You know, like I'll have even the bad fruits like bananas. Fucking thing. Even the bad fruits like bananas, and, you know, even had some raisins, which are pretty much little things of sugar. You know, so I'm getting some carbs, but I'm avoiding bread and grain as much as possible. Not to say that it won't get snuck to me in a meal here and there, but for the most part, sorry for the shitty lighting, it's midday. But for the most part, you know, you're gonna have to exercise a little bit of discipline if you want to try and stick to your guns in an environment such as like a vacation or whatnot. Both me and Chris are finding our appetites just aren't there. We're not hungry. And this is a contrast from the last time I was here because, I don't know, I completely went off the rails last time, and I started towards the end. I'd be pretty ravenous in the morning. I would eat excessively, because I didn't feel like I was getting enough. But now the appetite's down. So I guess what it boils down to is making sure that you try and stick to your diet as best as you can, even if you aren't going to be in ketosis. You know, you might just not be able to do it. Food availability is a thing, you know, like if you don't have the food that fits your diet, then you're not going to be able to stick to it. You know, you're going to get too hungry. You're not going to be able to feed yourself. Your metabolism could drop. There's all kinds of shit that could go wrong. Check that shit out. And shit. So you got to do the best you can with what you got, pretty much. You know, and I'm doing that. So even though I don't consider myself keto at the moment, I'm keto-ish. And mostly carnivore-ish. But there are some exotic foods here that I try that may have carbs. You know, I had what was called breadfruit. Fucking breadfruit. That's something a ketovore should be eating. But I had breadfruit, and it was all right. It was definitely a starchy, potato-like substance. But, you know, I enjoyed it. But I only had a small piece. And it hasn't seemed to have affected me. You know, I didn't get very sluggish or anything, so we'll see. I do know when I had the banana, I got sluggish. So definitely some reactions going on to some of the foods that I eat. Push comes to shove, do the best you can, you know. You're not always going to be able to be successful. And if you can, more power to you. You should strive to. But, you know, these are all healthy individuals-ish that are out on this trip. You know, they try and do what they think is the healthiest thing to do. And that's what you should do for you. You should try and be as healthy as you possibly can. You know, you should. And for me, that's being as keto as possible at all times. Sometimes you're not going to be able to do that, though. But don't go off the rails, too. A lot of people will be like, well, I can't stick to my diet, so give me that fucking big-ass piece of cake. No, that's not what you do. You don't do that at all. That's the opposite of what you do. You're like, oh, well, I can't stick to my diet. How about that piece of fruit? At least fruit, you get some nutrition along with your sugar. And if you're going to be a carb burner, eat whole foods. That's the big thing. Don't go for the packaged shit. Whole foods. Does it grow? Can does it require shit tons of processing? Above all else, try and avoid the grain, no matter what diet you're on, in my opinion. Grain just has no place in the human diet. As tempting as it will be, just realize if you do eat grain, you're really cheating. That's the worst you could do if you're cheating on your diet. And try to fast when you can. I know it's hard to be social when everyone's eating, and if you're sitting there with a plate of nothing, it gets a little awkward. But that's part of being out here. It's part of the trip. Are they leaving me? They're not leaving me. No, they're not leaving me. Gotta go to the beach.
Look like I went fast.
How long were you standing there watching the bulls?
Oh, not long. No, well, we saw Lori going up, and she goes, be careful, there's cows on the path, and they are not happy. She had to cut.
That cow looks pretty happy.
Oh my God, look at it.
He's very happy.
Well, and I had thought that we could come down the road.
The first time?
No, we came last year.
Oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, I was here before.
Yeah, I remember the beard.
Remember his beard.
Yeah,
How can you
everybody
forget?
remembers.
The beard and the camera.
Yeah.
So what is the language called that you speak from?
Creole.
Creole. And now you learn English
At school, yeah?
Yeah, and French,
Yeah.
right? And it's better to speak French, right?
Well, we speak both.
What is the preferred? Like if you were, my friend is from St. Croix, and she said that like when she goes to dinner with her family, they have to speak French.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people in Saint Croix that are Lucians.
Oh, okay. But it's like almost like the Creole is almost like kind of like slang, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a slang,
Yeah.
broken patois.
Right. So she said like when she's like with her grandmother, she's not allowed to speak it. Like her grandmother thinks it's rude.
Yeah. But we speak English and Creole.
Creole.
What we call patois.
I didn't do that. I'm not a big walker.
So you're gonna do this time? Yeah,
I'm sure it's beautiful, but
it's beautiful.
I would rather just send Scott up there and then look at the picture.
I still might do it, even though I can't do it when Chris does it. Because Chris is doing it during the beach thing. I gotta shoot that. ditch with which to go. I don't know how you guys do it here.
Yeah, I'm used to
I
it.
drove a truck for 14 years.
Yeah.
No way I could drive here.
Just keep to the left.
Why did they put these big? Probably for rain.
They're French strains. We have French strains in our basement. We have like our old house.
Finally going in the ocean and shit. I'm gonna try my hand with snorkeling again. Don't know how successful it will be. Water feels good after sitting in the sun for a while. Ooh, that's my balls. Ooh, it's chilly and shit. Let's see what we can do. Day 4 and shit. Still on my way to break my fast, even though it's not a fast really. 12 hours doesn't make a fast in my book. I miss fasting and fucking keto and all of that. So I'm on my way to the fucking beach today to film beach yoga. We'll be taking a water taxi to a nice beach that we went to last time, but we didn't have permission to go to last time. This time, not only do we have permission, I guess they're serving lunch. So now I'm on my way to breakfast. Then we're gonna have lunch, and then dinner. I'm struggling a bit, having to, keep up with people that eat every fucking 4 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours in some cases. Last night we had a chef prepare our meal for us, and I wasn't going to be rude and just not eat everything.
To the guys who were there last year, it's a pleasure cooking for you again, and welcome to you newcomers. Okay, I'm Chef Robbie, and I'm from Caribbean Pirates Restaurant and Bar in the city. I love cooking. Cooking is my passion, and I love using local indigenous products to create interesting meals for people to please people's palates. Okay. I also do a television show, as those of your other friends probably told you, that you can get on YouTube on the Ready Set Cook or Food for Thought, Chef Robbie. At my restaurant, I use my restaurant as a school, and I train a lot of young people into being chefs and bartenders and waiters, and send them out to job hunting, and we have a almost 60 to 100% success rate. Mike is one of my chefs who's been with me from the time he was a young man, and she's been with me for a number of years also. They're all fantastic cooks. They have one law in my kitchen: cook as I showed you, no other way. The only time you do it different, the only time you can do it different is if you're going to do it better. So whatever they send out on the floor, whenever I get a problem with it, if it's not exactly what I showed them, then I have a problem. Otherwise, if I get no complaints, I'm fine. And they do a fantastic job. We hardly ever get a complaint, whether I'm in the kitchen or not. Okay? Okay then, so tonight we're going to start off with giving you guys a little appetizer of some fried flying fish. And last year we did a lot of small, little interesting hors d'oeuvres. This year we're not going to do as many, but we're going to do some fried flying fish, which is traditional. And we're going to let you taste a little bit of saltfish and roast bake, which is a poor man's food down there. You get that street side all over the place. And then for your main course, we're going to be doing fish. We're going to be doing some grilled fish, street style, and we're going to put some of the traditional onions and garlic that we do on it, and also a nice salsa that we make it feel like a nice cold salsa on the grilled fish. Okay? So here are most of the ingredients that we use. We're doing some breadfruit pâtés for you guys, which are these. Okay? And we usually do them into balls. They're very nice. It's our replacement for potato. So anything you can do it for potato, you can do it for breadfruit. Okay? Breadfruit, yeah. These are red golden apples, and these are green golden apples. And you probably saw them on your trip journey because they're in season right now. So we're going to let everybody taste a little bit of red golden apple and a little bit of green golden apple. Okay? The green golden apple is nice. It's nice, but traditionally we do it street side, and we do it with a little garlic and oil and stuff like that. So I'm going to let you taste it with a little garlic dressing. Okay? So everybody could just come grab a little piece and just to taste a little piece. And this here is the red golden apple, which makes a lovely dessert, a nice after palate cleanser. Okay. So taste a piece of green and then taste a piece of red. I love red golden apples. They both make nice juices. One is green golden apple juice, the other one is red golden apple juice. The red golden apple is lovely. It's like a cross between passion fruit and mango and all those wonderful fruits. Okay? Take a fork and there's it. You like that one, don't you?
It's like garlic and apple. Not keto.
So you guys have sampled a little red golden apple. We have here, you guys are familiar with a herb called cilantro. We have a version of it down here which is the exact same aroma and scent, and we call it shadow benny. And it grows like this as opposed to the parsley-like looking, you know, one that you guys know. These are seasoning peppers that we use traditionally in all our cooking. They're very flavorful and they have no burn. This one is the same pepper with burn. So this one is hot and this one is not.
How hot?
Very hot, Scotch bonnet hot. We call it Mrs. Jack's ass. Here we have some sea urchin. And sea urchin is, there's a moratorium on it. The only time they allow people to hunt them is during the Creole month of October. They allow people to go get them because, you know, for a while we used to have them, yeah, and you know, our waters were filled with them. Nowadays, you know, we control them because people, you know, they abuse it and it's a delicacy. Okay, it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac for men also. Okay? My grandfather used to say if you eat some of that and you drive and you pass in a pothole together.
Oh my God. Where's Tom? I know, this is
We eat saltfish with breadfruit. We eat saltfish with roast bakes, like she's making roast bakes right now. So we're gonna let you taste a little bit of saltfish with a little bit of dough. Okay? Just throw them aside for a while and you finish it. So these are roast bakes. They're roasted bakes.
Salty. It is salty. So you're a piece of shit. There's a bone in it.
I thought that was a shell. I did too. Ooh, that's garlic.
There you go, guys. Try it. We call them buigo in Patois and wilks in English.
So I'm about to eat snail. Garlicky. Not bad. Snail. Has a very chewy texture.
Give him a call for me.
Snail.
I
I wanted to taste the professional chef's flavor, you know, the things he came up with, and some of the foods that I like. Snail. I've never fucking eaten snail before. And so I wasn't gonna be rude. So I had some fucking grain, and I paid for it with serious bloating, a dip in energy, and I think I'm gonna have to take a shit at some point in the near future. And not a nice shit, one of those I'm on the bowls and like being disemboweled shits. So yeah, I miss keto and fasting today. I'll be glad to get back on my diet and in my eating routine. You know, even on the days where I do eat twice a day, it's not as frequent as it seems to be here. And like right now, I'm on my way to breakfast and I am not even remotely hungry. Now, I could not eat, but then I don't know what's being served for lunch or what I have the opportunity to get for lunch. And this is the only meal in which I can get eggs and bacon and stick to my diet. This is the only meal that I can go to that's keto fully, you know, has enough fat and meat to sustain me. So maybe I'll lighten up on lunch or not eat dinner. That's an option too, but we'll see. I am having a good trip other than that though. This has been like I've developed a passion for photography that I may have lost for a while there. Like this client is allowing me to be as creative as I can. You know, like giving me time to do landscapes and time lapses and stuff like that. And to be fairly creative, you know, and to obviously I'm shooting the classes and portraits too, but still I like it that it's allowed me to, you know, like I did spend yesterday editing by the pool, you know, so that's rough and shit, but it was nice to relax in this environment and work as opposed to my room. So, but don't get me wrong, I still got plenty of editing to do when I get back. I haven't even touched video yet. So work is waiting for me after to help pay for this. That's why I'm being allowed to be here, is to do that couple 3-4 weeks of work. So, but yeah, I wouldn't trade this opportunity for anything, because not every day you get to do shit like this. You know, I'm still amazed that I'm here again this year, and I continue to just be humbled by it. You know, I consider myself a decent photographer, but I never considered myself a take my ass to the tropics photographer. Anyways, I will continue this vlog at the beach.